into the pistol round here for ChocoCheck versus Eros. And we do have our map, of course, as we're starting things off on Ancient.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one to kick things off with. It's actually interesting to see them picking into this one. I wonder if they'll catch ChocoCheck off guard. Turismo is going to find the opening duel, but quickly traded it out. And I want to see some really, really cool stuff here from Eros. They have actually been keen to pick this map quite a bit. I want to see what they can do on it, what they can show us here, as they've already found an opening frag and now readjusting down the ramp, ready to play the post plant with Jazzpimp on a very low HP.
Yeah, they're all poised here coming out of CT for this retake. Question is Eros in the correct setup to prevent this? First shots coming out. Jasmine getting the first response, but Sonic with two, Umar with one of his own, but he's last alive in a 1 versus 2. CJ and Zodic, but Zodic to get himself 3 in the pistol round, and he'll find the first round for ChocoCheck.
God, Zodic, he's already off to his hot start on the pistol round, finding those 2 kills in cave, and then that last closer onto the player B ramp. Stone cold as well, as he let his teammate kind of vulnerable there for the early stages of that defuse, but then closes it out with a nice finishing below there. We'll head into the second round with a bomb plant, but not so much a force buy here from the Eros roster. Instead, they're going to be holding on to pistols, trying to play it conservative, going for that third round buy with the full force. Oh, but maybe I say conservative. The Deagles can still get the job done. What was that through the smoke?
I think it may have been right off the top of the smoke. I believe he was sitting over on the
Ledge there. Okay, okay, good. I was about to say that was disgusting if that was straight through the smoke.
All right, here. So as I lean over towards the A site, only CJ do have Carson in Donut as they lean over here, but only 2 players anywhere near this execute. The other 2 being Jazzpimp and Turismo sitting all the way over by the B site. Out they come. And hiding. Oh, it'll be Carson for 2. Opening things up. Now Learcy, and actually Cryptic getting killed on the lurk as well. Does go 1 for 1 on the trade, but these 2 remaining pistols cleaned up relatively quickly. Pretty decent damage, but you haven't really taken too much away from ChocoCheck. But after that, we will be back into a gun round. Not the best buy in the world. I mean, we'll have eye on that Galil, but everybody back onto the rifles heading into round number 3.
Yeah, they got some decent weaponry being brought out. You know, the question is, are they able to overcome the CT-sided nature of this map? And we'll see if that's the case here, as we're going to see some good positioning here. That Molotov already... Oh, okay. I was about to say that Molotov already shown some good signs for the CT side that ChocoCheck can mount, but the actual Molotov doesn't connect as I initially thought it would. Cryptic going to find the opening frag here towards middle, looking for some more. Hot on the entry, but the rest of them going to fall on out here and concede that part of the map control. Might be looking to extend a little bit later on here, but slowing things down a little bit is ChocoCheck.
We do have Sonic and CJ just probing, trying to find some more information in mid. Eros is hiding its hand here, though. They're not willing to show things off, and look at this timing. Right as they fall back, it'll be all 4, or rather, it will be 4 of the members of Eros starting to make their way up, and this will be a confrontation in Donut, trying to clear things out with some Molotovs, get some of this information. Oh boy.
Good crossfire, and the knife's out there. The smoke's coming through. Zodic good for the 3K. Umar trading things out. Jason's found himself last alive. The donut crunch rate there comes through from ChocoCheck for a 3rd round on the board. Swiping away that 4v5 as well. I mean, that is some confident stuff on the CT side right there.
Yeah, I can't believe that corner doesn't get cleared, and suddenly they are in a absolute world of hurt. It's a little bit unfortunate.
It's so hard. I mean, once you get those openers, you got to make sure that you're closing out those rounds on maps like this. Ancient, you can find a pick very rarely here. Trying to do it once again is Umar, but forced off the angle as the Molotov does the damage here. Cryptic, though, I keep on missing these kills. Auto Director's betraying me. He's good for another as well. 2 kills into the round from him, and that B bomb site fully compromised. This could be a chance here to strike back.
Yeah, with Learcy now in the back lines, this can cause problems. We have all three members of ChocoCheck kind of split throughout the middle of the map. They're starting to kind of work their way out, but they're going to find some 1v1s looking for it. Carson almost pulls down, but it'll be Learcy getting that kill. But there it is. Zodic dropping the bomb. And the peak, not good. He has now isolated the bomb. It's a 2 versus 2. And look at this, directly underneath Umar. The timing on this is everything. There's the kill and there's the bomb, but it's a 1 versus 1. Umar will pick up a FAMAS and he will pick up the bomb. But we're set for a direct confrontation as CJ coming right down the ramp, and it will be Umar to get that kill just slightly quicker. Eros finding their first round.
Super solid stuff. Needed that one, and a big clutch right there. You fight back. As we'll see if it's enough to continue to add the pressure here. It's going to be a force bind response. We'll see. A deagle in the hands of Carson. Zodic still yet to get that AWP so far. And more magic Molotovs coming through. Umar throwing that one. Last match followed up.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Cryptic does get that immediate trade though, so it's 1 for 1, and Jasmine actually getting the better of Learcy. And coming out of cave, and Cryptic's going to be here to try and maybe claw something back from this as these remaining players from Eros work their way up middle. But look at this. We have CJ pushed all the way through the back of mid as well. So Cryptic is now pinchered from 2 angles here. There's no escape, but
oh my god.
Getting that first, and with the swing out from Jaspim, Cryptic actually going to find that one as well. We won't find another. It'll be Carson to make it even again into a 2v2, but I will be low. Only 16 HP to work with. They're splitting the CTs as well, so they've got to make a decision on where they want to go here. They have to look for this pressure. And Carson is hidden pretty deep into the A site, and looks like they will be trying to confront him.
It's going to be hard angle to clear. They know that Carson could be anywhere on the site, and Carson just posted up. I mean, if he's not careful about how he plays this one, oh, okay, they just go for the plant straight up. And A will be taken down. Now it's left Learcy, rather Umar, last alive here. Up the stairs and towards Temple. Jump spotting in. Carson spotted him out. I think he's paused a little bit there. He's going for the chase down. We'll be able to find Carson, but not expecting Turismo from the side. And it will be the closer coming through from the likes of Turismo.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed about the ChocoCheck roster is that I don't think I've ever really seen them group up in those kind of split clutch scenarios where it's a 2v2. It's a, they've got limited numbers. They always tend to kind of split up and stay in their individual corners. So Eros, not really thinking the better of that, will drop the round off of not fully checking the A bomb site. So reduced to a single hero AK. And we'll see ourselves a little bit of a default from the Eros side.
I mean, what do they have to work with here? It's 1 AK in the hands of Umar. That last round was a great chance to get things activated here. Turismo, what's he doing? Out towards early B. He's going to find that kill through the wall. Carson, he's going to take down Learcy, and there goes that slow default. It's early map control for ChocoCheck, and they're not happy with just taking that full entire B side of the map away from you. They're going to take even more. Just flanking in through CT spawn, chasing down through middle. Carson combined with Turismo are good for the first. Umar should be not long for this world any longer. He gets flanked as well, and well, it's A left last alive into the 1v4. Not much you can really do in this position.
Yeah, just a P250. It's not even going to get an opportunity. He does land one shot, but it will be Jaspimp cleaning him up and picking up an AK for his trouble. So ChocoCheck off to a strong CT side, which is to be expected from any real competent team. And we've got ourselves some, I'd consider, pretty competent teams so far, this deep into the bracket, as we are in the one of these upper bracket semifinals right now.
Yeah,
Loser of this does have one more opportunity. But we've got ourselves a full BO3 to work out before we get to that point.
Been interesting to see the teams that they're able to beat. Obviously, ChocoCheck versus Mythic. I wouldn't call that a crazy upset with Mythic's current form. But on the other end of things, Eros just dismantling Strife 2-0.
Oh yeah,
That
that's for
was
sure.
interesting result considering the result at frag from this Eros roster. Maybe
Oh yeah.
a little bit onliners there.
Yeah, yeah. You start to wonder if that tag starts to attach to them. They looked a little bit weak at Fragadelphia.
Yeah.
However, they have come back and shown some renewed form as they absolutely destroyed Strife last night. It was relatively close, but Eros just, I mean, we were seeing crazy shots out of Cryptic, crazy shots out of Umar. It just looked like everybody on the team was working well together, and that's something that we've seen them struggle with in previous games. So seeing that kind of come out from them is very interesting to see the least, and it doesn't look like we'll be seeing that in this round yet. But down to a 1v1 with an opportunity, but Cryptic's going to make his position known. Now Cryptic was pretty much good for 10 in the first half, maybe even let me rephrase that. He was good for like 15 in each half. Like not even by the end of the half. He'd have like 20 by the end of half throughout last night's BO3. So if there's ever any doubt as to how sharp Cryptic is, considering he's at 134 ADR in 6 rounds, also running out of time here actually. 5 seconds, gonna have to plant on open in the
Ooh.
corner. Carson's gonna be here to deny.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Oh!
and Cryptic getting the shot off.
Oh my god, Carson, that slight bit of hesitation kicks in right there, and there's no reason to doubt Cryptic right there. Huge turnaround round. As we kind of look at this map as a whole, for the most part, you're kind of looking for a 4 or 5 round total in the entirety of the T side right there. And Eros are getting ever so close now. If they're able to convert off of this one, this lacking buy that's coming through from the T side, then they can get themselves away into this game at great half. But there you go, a heavy hitter of Cryptic taken down. And there's a double from Sonic. How does he get 2 on 22 HP? Then the trade just doesn't come because he's so lightning fast.
Oh, hitting him in the smoke with the nade,
Oh.
and getting another one with the deagle. Carson going for 2 in this round. Sonic opening up on the other side of the map, and Lyrcy's not going to have an opportunity either. It's going to be a flawless round for ChocoCheck.
Got the music kit still turned on right now, blasting some tunes. Oh man.
Oopsie.
Oopsie. Oopsie's right. There you are. But it is what it is. We got ourselves a pretty interesting match. Now, right there, ChocoCheck, they could have lost a little bit of a lead. They could have gotten closer and closer to that 4 or 5 scoreline right there, but instead, they fall to the Deagle and Famas of Zodic. Things don't go exactly as planned, and now things go from bad to worse. Carson taking down Jason. Lyrcy as well falling short, and this is such a dominant round right here picked up. He's found himself last alive. Wonder what on earth happened to the rest of his team, and Carson to clean it up as well.
Yeah, that round shouldn't have been a problem. Wasn't a problem. Nice and easy for ChocoCheck as they find themselves another. That will be round number 7 for them. Just need a few more for Eros, however, to make this feel or look a little bit more competitive. But of course, they have yet to really find too much success out of these, except for out of those clutches, right? Like, they've got the clutch power, but it doesn't really feel like they've been able to have the just outright win the round power.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's something that they're lacking here. It's something hard to get started. Jasmine on the mid-side aggression here. Oh, I don't expect Carson in that corner as well. Not able to turn around in time, but the regression comes through from Jasmine. Going to trade things back immediately. And now it's going to be A and Umar, last 2 alive. Not much to work off of as well. Limited map control.
Fall apart so fast. There's absolutely no opportunity. It doesn't even hit the first shot. Turismo actually going to kill Umar off that swing. ChocoCheck proving to be super sharp so far. He does put it into a 1 versus 2, but unable to put the crosshair where he needs it. And then ChocoCheck will find their 8th. I mean, it's coming down to these opening picks. It doesn't seem like Eros has been able to really do that much in these openers. It just feels like ChocoCheck is either running down B ramp or they're just sprinting out mid. and just finding all of these opening picks. They aren't letting Eros gain any map control, and when they have the opportunity to go for an execute, they're all coming from one location. I haven't really seen that many pinchers so far. And oh, that nade, good damage. And oh, CJ might get rounded on here. They're playing a little bit of ring around the rosy. It seems that, oh boy, are they gonna back up into each other? This is,
Let's see it. Oh, there he is. Hello.
oh, knife out, CJ
Oh,
getting
man.
that kill.
What a rough way to start the round right there. 4v5 once again. No stranger to it. Make it even worse. 3v5 now as Cryptic gets taken down. The Deagles just don't work here. The Ancient pick. It's a risky one. They were willing to take that risk versus ChocoCheck. But here's the issue. You have to start on that T side of play in order to get activated. Now that's a lovely shot from Jason, making a double. Jason showing that he's not out of it just yet. It's economic damage, but he still has a 1v3 to convert off of. Jazzpimp around the corner here. Footsteps have been heard. He's waiting patiently, but Jazzpimp's not going to allow for any more further funny business. He'll shut that one down before it gets started. And a 9th round for ChocoCheck on the board right then and there.
And we'll point out as well that there is a good amount of there's a good amount of trash talk happening in the game chat as well. They're certainly
Of course.
not being that nice to each other in this matchup either.
I
ChocoCheck.
can only imagine. We'll save that for your imagination.
Yeah, we'll leave that one for everybody to think through. And one thing I've really noticed is that Eros has been just they haven't really done anything on the B side. Well, I mean, they haven't really done anything really interesting yet so far, but they have yet to really hit the B site. Like, it just feels like they've kind of wafted around it, tried to rotate around it, but they've never really committed to it. They felt scared. Doesn't feel like they're playing with the same energy that they did against Strife. And oh, look at CJ. CJ has an opportunity here. Hidden behind the box on A site towards the back corner. As they just contact their way out. Exotic, okay, dropping to Umar, but it will be still CJ hiding in the back. But as they fall away, that's a lot of information handed over, and CJ will let his team know. So the thing is that they have no other map control. Like Jazzpimp is pushed all the way up on B. They have Carson all the way down on mid. The only place they can be is set up for either beginning a B side execute or heading out on A. And with Carson getting that kill and Jazzpimp getting that kill, 2 dropping, they know exactly where the rest of this team is, and they have to go for this A side execute. Utility is down, and it will prevent any ChocoCheck push from going out right now. But CJ getting one through the smoke, and these kills are falling in favor of ChocoCheck once again. Umar with 1 response. 2 players left, only 5 seconds to plant this bomb, and he's gonna get spammed out. They just had they just didn't know what to do. They just had no control, and they had no time left to try and get control.
I mean, just like you mentioned, they didn't have that mid control. They had a weird lurk towards B as well that just couldn't get anything done. And not much you can do in that position right there if you are Eros. Just having Carson lock down that site, holding it down with a great lurk as well. Or rather, great defensive utility as well.
Molotov on B.
Look at the nades there. They're having a hard time making it up the B side ramp. They are going to find the opening frag. Learsy on the board here as he finds himself a 2nd kill in this entire half. Now it's going to be a late cave lurk, and Cryptic is able to make it happen, but still advantage maintained. It's heavily so. Exotic takes back 3 frags. And now it's just going to be A left last alive. And that round, it started out looking so good. They had a 3v5, but all of a sudden, Exotic closes in. CJ and Carson to close out. And what went wrong right there for Eros?
Well, I mean, nobody watching cave. I mean, they just let them walk out cave and just killed the planter right after he put that bomb down. And it's tough because it doesn't look like they have any game plan going into this right now. Like that looked kind of like a pug execute. Like, I'm gonna be harsh here. That was that was bad. You know, they missed that first Molotov, and you know, they took tons of nade damage. It did not look like they had any real idea on how to counter ChocoCheck's defense of the bomb site. So we'll see them just kind of split out again. Learc trying to peek towards mid. 2 players here, so it will be an attempt to pinch, but Jason stuck in the smoke, flashes out, gets the first kill, and Learc getting another, and suddenly the entire left-hand side of the map, a bomb site wide open that will rotate over. And with that kill from Umar, finally some success. 2 versus 5 for ChocoCheck, Jazzpimp and Exotic. Stuck, split up once again. Seems to be a commonality between with this team rather. But look at this, they are going to give him this direct fight. Jazzpimp gonna try and pin down this, but the swing is good. But oh boy, gets 1 kill at the very least, maybe making something doable for Exotic here. But not gonna have. There's a couple of damage players, but on the scale of clutch ratings, I would give this one. Well, now I can't give it a rating. It already ended.
I'd give it a 0% chance.
Yeah,
200 IQ.
Dies. I give this clutch a 0% chance.
There's no way he wins
how
that
did I
one.
guess?
This buddy on the floor right there. We are gonna get a final gun round here for ChocoCheck in this first half, and that could bode well. I think that keeping Eros off of 4 is gonna be key here, but I honestly am going to say that 4 rounds isn't the worst half, and still is workable here.
No. I mean, they certainly don't look like they have any idea what they're doing on their T side, but I mean, we've seen some ways to counter this kind of CT aggression. Speaking of CT aggression, Turismo with the first frag just pushed all the way down on B ramp. Cryptic does punish, however, so it does split Jazzpimp here. He's the only person to hold on to the B site. Now the B site, oh boy, things are clearing up, but CJ on once again some more aggression does get called out on it. Jason with that frag. And now finally, I think Eros have found something. They figured something out. That's what you like to see.
After long last, and it was off the back of some questionable plays there, a little bit of hyper aggression coming through to catch them off guard. Now it's going to be a B side execute coming through from the Eros roster. But again, 4 is kind of that target you're looking for. Spam's just not quite connecting as well, so it gives up his position, does Jazzpimp, and not able to find any damage. Cryptix has pushed in through CT spawn. They've got a long flank as well coming through, but it seems to be expected here. Ready and waiting is A, and last bullet nails a headshot. Needed to hit it as well, and Cryptic gonna strike from CT spawn. We close out the half right there in a pretty good fashion for Eros. I think they'll be happy with those last 2 despite struggling in the early stages.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, we do have ourselves a little bit of a halftime break coming up pretty soon here. Just will be a couple of minutes, so make sure that you stick around to see the second half of action. Can Eros kind of find themselves the same success ChocoCheck did on their CT side, or will we see this one convert over into a map for ChocoCheck? Find out right after this break.
Spending life like we're wasting
And welcome back to the second half here. We got ChocoCheck taking on Eros here on Ancient, and it's going to shape up a pretty decent half here for the CT side to try and muster up a defense. Now, pistol round means a lot, and we saw that it was going to be... Okay, yeah, it was a nice clutch coming through from ChocoCheck to win their pistol round. But now, into the second half here, Eros, they're forced to probably win their CT side pistol. That's not the start you want to see there. Zodic finding a blinder of a headshot from the P250.
Oh man, and Jason is basically the linchpin trying to hold things together from falling apart, especially as A does get a fall off and has to get the next and will drop the bomb into CT spawn, but he's not aware of Carson already up deep onto the ace bomb site. So these remaining two CTs have to just keep this bomb pinned down. And Cryptic. Okay, the lurk not quite coming through yet. CJ crawling his way up mid. Will they be aware of this? In the meantime, Cryptic getting that first shot. CJ unable to land the shots, and it will be down to Carson in a 1 versus 2. Tapping away, gets the first. Oh, so close to the second. 2 bullets left in the magazine, and he will body shot Cryptic down. Somehow ChocoCheck finding that pistol off the back of a couple of nice kills from Carson, and that was not the start you want to see if you're Eros.
It was quite a bloodbath right there over towards the A bomb site, and it does favor the east side. And again, I talked about how it was much needed of a pistol. Now look at Eros; they're going for broken this one, a full force buy. If they fail to convert, it'll likely be 14, considering that they'll be forced to save here. So not going to be working with much economy is going to be the Eros roster. Trying their luck towards middle, but they get forced off the angle, and now it's going to be a lot of map control here. Much better than what we saw from the CT side. Now, Eros going down. Carson going to find the opener, and Jason, he's going to leave A all alone on this A bomb site.
Oh, but getting 2, that might be enough to keep them in this. It's a matter of whether or not these remaining CTs will get killed on their rotations. They're not really working with too much here, just a single CZ and a MP9 in the hands of Cryptic. And Cryptic may have caught on to the scent of 1, but it'll be just him in a 1 versus 3 in a retake. The bomb hasn't gone down yet, so maybe an opportunity to cause some chaos, but okay, there's the first, but down to just 12 points of health. And he's got to walk right into some long sight lines, not really favoring his gun in this situation.
Just a swing from Zodic to close things out. Just not caring at all. It's going to be 13 here. Now what's the game plan for Eros? Do they continue the force buys for the rest of the game? Well, you see, he's going to buy up a pistol upgraded. Armor to back this one up. It's a half buy of sorts coming through. So not the worst idea, but
certainly not the best.
Yeah, it's going to be 14 most likely for ChocoCheck.
Yeah, I think dropping that pistol and then the round immediately after on the force, and he just hands so much control over to ChocoCheck, and they just, you know, suddenly they're just still feeling good going into this. There's 100% confidence. And as I say that, on the A bomb side, Jazzpam taking a down. Jason with a clean kill on the Deagle, but oh, look at that falling all apart, and Jason will be the only one alive. Gets a tag with the Deagle, but not anything more than that. 14 rounds for ChocoCheck, and more trash talk in the chat.
Oh boy. We got 2 of the calmer teams here at Eros and ChocoCheck, so I'm no surprise we're seeing a little bit of trash talk between these two. But you need to put your money where your mouth is now, Eros. If you're going to get that trash talk on and out, got to close it out here. Or at least if you're ChocoCheck as well, you got to do the same thing. Now that the weapons are out, can they mount the comeback? Right now, Omar somehow lands that shot. And a follow-up from Jason as well to find the 2 opening duels here and keep that closer at bay. But the nade's going to just track down Umar and keep a rough position here. Now, they're still man up, but you do get forced to concede that mid control.
Yeah, not only that, but now you're split up into a 2v2. So wherever they go, it will be a 3 versus 2 site take. Cryptic's gonna have to be a little bit careful here. A little bit of a linchpin, because I don't think Lears is gonna be able to get too much done if ChocoCheck does commit to a B site, execute, and Cryptic dies, because they've got plenty of utility to isolate those angles. And now walking out, oh, spots the bomb. first pick done in mid, and there it is. Jason off the back of the distraction from Cryptic. We'll leave Turismo in a 1 versus 4, and we finally see Eros with a response on their CT side.
I love that distraction play right there coming from Jason. I thought he was going a little bit over aggressive, but then I finally realized that on my minimap Cryptic had pushed up. Now it's going to be Turismo going down to Cryptic as well. And there goes the body spam. There goes a little bit of the BM right back for you. ChocoCheck. Not over the hill just yet. It's weapons out now for Eros. They have a chance to fight back. 5 AKs in play though once again for the T side here. Again, that 16 is all you need to close, and ChocoCheck are very close, but Eros now with these weapons.
Yeah, the double op now in play is going to make things a little bit interesting. We will see A on that one towards the A bomb site, and we will see the other one being employed in mid, but it is looking like it's going to be a B lean here. All 5 players. That Mollytech maybe giving a little bit of information over to Cryptic, who is positioned close by in the cave.
Lining up a piece that execute.
Molotovs. Oh yeah, here we go.
Ready to push in here. There's 3 to meet the defense, but they've kind of given up control and are maintaining a passive position inside the cave here. On back of the site is going to be the op of Umar, and they'll let the plant happen. It's going to be a retake setup here. Umar doesn't even go for some shots through the smoke. He'll just let that bomb go down. And now, scoped in, misses his first shot. Jazzpimp's good for the trade over in cave now. Looking for a response here, and it's taken down. Still alive is Umar. He misses his shot. And now what's going to be the play here? It's a 4v2. And do they go for the save? Do they go for the fight back here? A swings out. Turismo's on a tear with another, taking down a third as well as that flashbang's perfect. And 15. The buy rounds don't last long for Eros. It's back to MP9s. It's back to FAMAS's. And lacking utility. What a dominant round right there from ChocoCheck.
Yeah, absolutely no information given over. Eros, just the second that they gave that bomb site up, I think they dropped that round. They didn't have anything really to retake with, and look at this. Now they're whipping out MP7s. They've got MP9s. Only 2 M4s to work with. And the ChocoCheck side just looking like they want to plow all the way through this one and send Eros onto map number 2, swinging up. It actually will be Learcy on the MP7 getting that first kill, but he's going to be diving right into a full stack of people. Nobody's looking for him, and he does manage to get another one before Jazzpimp trades him back. 2 impact frags from him as the remaining players rather of Eros pinch their way in. However, nobody stayed on the bomb site. They're all committing to this, and Jason with that kill from behind, leaving Carson in a 1 versus 4 it was, but there it is now into a 1v3. 6 rounds, and it's still match point, however. So they do force ChocoCheck down into a force buy, however. So
Yeah, they're getting there.
they're working their way on it.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's 6 rounds. I think that they would have much rather been on to 14 instead for Eros. That would have been a lot more comfortable. Now you think to yourself that even if you do claw this way all the way back, your best case scenario is going to be a tied scoreline here as the fast A side play is going to rain on out. Long range with the AK here. A is going to find himself clean. Crisp kills. Turismo will be able to find a frag on the lurk, but other than that, it should be the closer here. Maybe not, though. Maybe I've spoken too soon.
Yeah, just holding on to things for a second there. They do finally work their way past.
What,
and,
Jason?
Okay. Not sure if that's the right decision to be making on match point, but
What?
now ChocoCheck with all the control in this matchup. It is 2 M4s left, but wherever they go, they'll be pinching into a 1 versus 3. Sprinting on the B bomb site, the Deagle trying to close it out. Oh, so close. Dropping this Molotov, and the swing not going to happen. Carson taking that shot now. Hiding in the back is Turismo, finishing it off 6